Welcome back to the Shop Mini RC, everybody. I'm Ken, and today we're looking at some new Injora stuff. We got these tires, we got these wheels. These are 1.3s. These are some big old boys, 70 millimeters. And then these are the Modu-Wheels, which we've got a video on those. We'll put it right over there for some of the carbon fiber modules. But these guys are brass. We got to get these things open. We got to check it out. All the bling bling. Bling bling. Look at this. They are nice looking for sure. Ooh. And then if you run them backwards, they look like that. Well, with the hex on the other side, obviously. But still a good look. So I'm excited to throw these on something. I think we might throw it on this prototype you're not supposed to be seeing right now. All right, well, we've got the other rigs that have the other Injora Modu-Wheels in them, and I just wanted to show you them. Again, you should definitely check out the other video if you're interested in this style of wheel. I go pretty deep and show all the different configurations and whatnot. You can see we flipped this one to get a different offset. And yeah, so like these two right here are the same axles, but you can see the difference in offset width because of the wheel and how I did the wheels being flipped essentially. So I really dig the Modu-Wheels in the sense that we can flip them like that. I also like that you can mix and match different things. I hope they come out with more ring colors. You know, either the outer ring or the inner ring. Ideally, obviously, we'd like both. But these guys now with the brass, pretty slick. Dig that a lot. A couple different designs would be nice. And again, outer ring colors would be good. That way we can mix and match different outer rings. If I want the carbon insides with a black ring, that would be cool. Or I could use the brass with the oil slick, stuff like that. So just give us some more ring, outer and inner ring options. Make sure the inner rings match the outer rings. On these guys, unfortunately, the inner rings are still silver. So even if you bought the oil slicks and you wanted to run them with the offset like this, a positive offset, to suck it in, you wouldn't be able to get the oil slick look. So that's unfortunate. Hopefully they'll update that in the future to where all the outer rings and inner rings match completely. These guys are so dirty. They went to a different, this guy went to Pro by the Fire with me, this one too. And this guy ran at an event not too long ago. So yeah, anyway, already got some mounted up here. On this guy, huge. So these tires are 70 millimeters, pretty freaking huge. The King trenchers, but you compare them to the other 1.3s the Injora released. These guys are 72 millimeters. The pin comps, the XHX. These guys, these are the Klingons. They are 70, so they're going to be the same size. They're a little bit more narrow though. You can see that, whereas these guys are a lot wider. And then I believe these Swamp Claws are 72 as well. 70, they're 70, excuse me. So 70, 70, 72, and now these new King Trekkers also 70. I kind of would have liked these at 68, to be honest. 68 millimeters would have been nice, but they are really wide. So I guess it makes sense to go with a larger tire diameter if you're going to go with a wide tire as well. You just got to have the right truck for it. These aren't going to fit on every truck. Even on this guy, you can see they're a little large. So yeah, just keep that in mind. All right, I don't want to make this video too long because, like I said, I go pretty deep in the video showing these other guys. But I did want to show you a new option that's out there, and yeah, I'll go ahead and show you something cool about these while we're here. Again, to flip them, it's super simple. And this applies to all the Modu-Wheels. You can literally just disassemble them. You don't even have to take your hub out, right? So once your hub's all thread locked in there, you want to make sure that it's thread locked so you don't lose any screws. But once it's in there, you can literally just pull it out and flip it around. If you want it going deep dish, you go that way, right? And if you want to go with the more inset look and have the bolts on the outside from the inner ring, you flip it like that. and you can definitely offset it. This guy right here is using, these are CR18P or FX118 axles, and we've got them offset so that they tuck right into that portal. That way we don't have a ton of scrub steer, and they are right at that portal housing. So they will work. If you over tighten them, they will bind. You may need to put a washer between your hex and your wheel just to give yourself like a millimeter. If you feel like you're binding, or if your axle has any sort of bend to it, you might rub a little. Or if you've taken your hex and you've drummeled it down a little bit to try to get it so that it sits more on the pin, that can cause it to also move in closer and rub on the portal housing. But if everything is good as it should be, they bolt right up and you've got no binding. Again, worst case, put a little 1 millimeter thick washer in there. You got plenty of axle shaft, you're good to go. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to get these put together and I'm going to get them thrown on this truck. Oh, one more thing. Keep in mind, these are directional. The tires are, so you want to make sure that they're going the direction you want. Many people say that this is the correct direction. So your rotation, so you're digging into the dirt, but some people like to flip them and they'll do different direction on the front is the rear, or they'll do them all go in this direction. It's up to you. That's one of the cool things about the hobby, is whatever works for you is what works. If you feel like going one this way and then the other this way, so you're basically driving like this, then and that works for you, then it works for you. It makes sense. Sometimes having overdrive or underdrive will change the dynamics of your truck, and flipping that tread pattern might make a difference. One thing I would definitely recommend though is don't go this direction on this side and then this direction on this side, right? You don't want to be going that way here and that way there. You want to at least keep the fronts the same and the rears the same, regardless of the direction you go. Another thing to point out, these guys are vented. There's little slots in there. I don't know if you can see them, but there's little slots in the rings that make them vented. Yeah. All right. Sorry guys, no running video on this one. Just some appreciation of some nice wheels and some sick looking tires. Again, reviews on tires, I'm over it. They always depend on where you're running, your temperature, your rig weight, all that kind of stuff. So many factors on whether tires work for you, the type of inserts, just everything just matters. So giving a review on these tires is not going to help you. I can tell you that they're nice and supple, soft, and not overly sticky, but they definitely feel like they're going to be pretty good for where we run. I just worry about how tall they are. Our side hilling might suffer. They have kind of a lot of, we need some flub RCs in there, right? Some inserts, or maybe some dual stages. Either way, pretty awesome. I think they look great. Going to be cool on this guy. A little big, but hey, sometimes bigger is better, especially when it comes to looks. It looks kind of crazy, so I dig that. It's fun. We may switch it up at some point. These may end up going on more of a buggy, but we'll see. Anyway, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, share, and hit that notification bell. Appreciate all the channel's subscribers and channel members. And yeah, get out there, do something awesome. Build a car, build a course, build a community, smash it, crash it, bash it, all those things. Don't break the expensive parts. See you next time. Peace.